I'm going to give you a figure
Yeah.
and I want you to ponder it for a little while. $17,156.
Interesting.
Hi everyone.
Good morning, guys.
Well, we have downloaded the last 3 months of all of our bank statements so you can see what van life actually costs versus what it used to cost living in a rental in Christchurch.
I'm really nervous to see these figures, guys. Like, I have no idea. We didn't plan or budget anything, so it's going to be an interesting video to see our real figures of what we're spending so far.
And when we've been on the road, we get a lot of questions asked, is it cheaper living van life or is it cheaper renting? So we're hoping that this video will give you the answer. It might help you make that decision. Do I change from rental life to van life, or do I quit van life and go back to rental life? So we will show you the raw data. None of this is made up. It is our actual spend. What he puts on his EFTPOS card.
I'm scared.
And we are just gonna dive straight in and show you.
Let's get into it, guys. All right, guys, let's get into it. So number one is, what did rental life cost us before we hit van life? So Cameron, do you want to take us through the figures?
Sure, Andre. So these are the costs over a 3-month period. We actually had a total spend of $60,272.
Isn't that crazy?
And during that 3-month period, we had $53,000 coming in income. So I was working at the time. Andre has semi-retired at that point. And when you break that down, you can see per month, we've got some figures that show you the total spent, then the income, and then the difference between the two. So it's really quite cool just to extrapolate and break down some of these figures to see, well, why were we at minus 6,791 at the end of that period? Wow, it's interesting. You probably know living in a rental, it's expensive.
It's very expensive. By the time that you obviously add up your rental accommodation amount, your food, your utilities, all of those figures, it goes to show we're actually spending more than what we were bringing in.
So we've broken it down into different categories so it's a lot easier for you guys to absorb and understand it. And then we've broken it down even further with trends and a good old pie graph. $13,000 was just for your setup and one-off. So that's actually getting into your rental property.
Yes.
A lot of times you pay setup fees for your internet,
Yep.
for power,
Yep.
other bits and pieces. So there's always that big upfront cost. We were paying $11,000 in rent per month, and our food and drink bill was extreme. Obviously, being in Christchurch, it's just easy to jump on Uber Eats and get something delivered to your front door. So $13,500 just spent on food and drink alone. Isn't that shocking?
I know, it's crazy. So yeah, this is just based on, what was spent so far to date versus the rental. So that was from October to March before we hit the road. So that's crazy, isn't it?
Entertainment's always quite a big bill.
Yes.
It's just going out and doing stuff, keeping ourselves happy. Shopping and miscellaneous, even that's $5,500. Your cars, petrol, maintenance.
Yep.
It's actually really interesting with subscriptions, how much you pay for Netflix
Yes.
and YouTube.
Yes.
And then all the little ones that we now have to pay for the video editing software, the monthly fees for
Storage.
overlaying, storage.
Yeah,
and
digital storage of video
music.
files. Yep.
Bills and insurance was coming out at about $1.5K, and then you have your pet and health insurance. So that's what keeps putting us in negative, because living in New Zealand is far more expensive than living in Australia.
Absolutely.
Especially the GST difference of 10% versus 15%. It's a huge difference.
And one of the things that we noticed, especially coming back to New Zealand from Australia, was how expensive food is. Like meats, your your dairy products, your butter, your milk, just everything. Like it's
Just those
so much more
basics.
expensive. Yeah, your basics is really expensive.
So when you do that breakdown and you look at it per day, rent $66 a day, eating out in cafes $53 a day. These, like we said before, they
really add up, don't they?
and sometimes it's just the convenience. You'll buy a coffee shop. Oh, let's go grab a coffee.
Yes.
Oh, sushi. I want some sushi. But you don't actually realize that per day cost. And then when you add that up over 3 months, it's like crazy.
even your general, your coffee or whatnot, you're paying what, $5 to $7 now for a coffee.
Inflation has gone up. Isn't that just crazy?
Yeah, every little thing really adds up, doesn't it?
And for those of you that really want that nitty-gritty breakdown, I'm just showing you on the screen here for your shopping, your groceries. I mean, $25 a day, $4,267. That's 7% of that 3-month budget. Pets, subscriptions again, power, utilities, phone, internet, insurance. Even at the bottom of the screen, Lotto, trying to win that $1 million jackpot didn't work.
No.
But we ended up paying $500 just on Lotto tickets.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like,
Wow.
you go to get a $10 ticket or whatnot, and you've spent $500 before in 3 months. It's where our money goes.
And I have to laugh at this one. Like, we spent $240 on the gym, but because we were spending so much on takeout, it was having a negative impact. So we actually were putting on weight by living in Christchurch in our rental, trying to burn it off at the gym, but nah.
I will say the food in New Zealand is so much more better than Australia, that's for sure.
$60,000.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Unbelievable. I mean, we probably could have really tightened up our budget.
Yes.
But we had just moved back here from Australia, and we really just wanted to enjoy life for a little bit. Andre had finished his job, so, he wanted to do a little bit of a break, do some shopping.
Yeah.
But wow, did we have a bit of a spend up.
We did, and before you know it, we've spent $60,000.
Even just that breakdown, looking back from October, November, right through to March, we started off with a rent sitting in there, our eating out costs were starting to balloon.
Yes.
Groceries mostly was quite consistent, but just your other expenses. Sometimes you would get an annual bill that pops up, or insurance bill that you had to pay for a whole year rather than a monthly subscription.
Even when we got our new cars, we had to pay for warrant of fitnesses, new registrations, all of those sort of things. So that's why everything just, blows out.
And then when we look at it as a trend on a trend line graph, you can see we were consistently going in an upwards trend.
Yes.
Especially on our daily spend. Like, it does go up and down a little bit, but it is on that upwards trajectory because you just want to, you were still making money. We're just that want to go out and do something.
And we know December was quite busy as well. Like, we had family all down visiting us, and celebrations, and obviously Christmas time, there's a lot of presents to be brought and things. Christmas is a messy time anyway. So.
And what we discovered, that there were peaks eating out in December through to February, up to $82 a day. That is peak because, it's the holidays and we're going out and doing family stuff.
Yes.
But also we did a little bit of a road trip, so our expenses did spike.
Yeah.
February spike and daily spend was pushed up because we started to buy camera equipment to help film, get better quality. We got, nice microphones, 4K camera, because that's what you guys demand, better quality videos. So there is a cost in all of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
We all love the pie, so we got a pie graph for you. And that's just another way of looking at our spend. So the biggest piece of the pie was our setup and one-off costs, followed by rent at $11,000.
So that obviously included, we'd purchased our motorhome, But we obviously had to do a few more alterations to it to make sure that it was all set up ready for us to go. New camera equipment, batteries, all those sort of things for the road. So obviously, yeah, we spent a lot of money to prepare to go full-time van life.
Now, I think you're all asking, what about van life? What does it cost?
Well, let's get in and find out. Is it going to be cheaper or is it going to be more expensive?
Here's that figure, 17,156.
Interesting.
That was our total spend in the motorhome.
Isn't that crazy? It's such a big difference from being in a rental, isn't it?
God, what a huge difference in figure. Like, it still blows my mind that we're spending such a smaller amount on the road, making memories, doing all those fun things we love, and that's what we're paying.
It just goes to show, like, van life is definitely a good option.
It is. So when we, slice and dice some of the figures, we're only spending about $5,600 a month on everything.
Yes.
So we've done a bit more of a breakdown for you so that you can see. So this is 92 days on the road. We're averaging about $186 per day. That's really good considering we hit the fuel crisis.
Yes.
When we first started. It was almost $4 a litre for diesel.
Yep.
And we got it down to about $2 after the 3 to 4 month journey.
Yes.
And we've done 5,646 kilometres on the road, which is about 33 cents a kilometre.
Isn't that crazy? I can't believe how many kilometres we've driven so far. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
So what's our biggest expense? Well, you've probably already seen food and drink because we are big foodies.
Yes, we love our food, but honestly, it's so hard. Like, there's so many good places to stop along the road, and you got to try out, cafes and, a pie or a sausage roll or something like that. Coffees. We still want to make sure that we're still enjoying ourselves when we can on the road.
That's exactly right. And we are a lot more cost conscious. I think the first month we were spending way too much on the road, and then we realized, wow, we're actually burning through our savings a lot faster than we should be. And that was due to food and drink. Like, we were like, let's go out and get takeout for dinner, or let's just grab a pie for lunch. But we started to change our mindset, and then we were looking at specials at Foursquare and New World when we were traveling around, and our meals were starting to change based on what was on sale.
Yes.
But still being cost conscious, or just having 2-minute noodles or the odd pie. I think at one stage Andre said I can have one paid coffee every second day. He was getting tough.
Yeah, no, so it's still good to go out and treat yourself once in a while, but yes, definitely don't recommend going out and spending too much.
So where else did our money go? Well, $5,000 of that was on food and drink. That is still, that's over 50% of the cost. So we know that we can do a lot better at that. Getting around, our petrol was about $2.2.
Yep.
We have a storage unit that all of our bits and pieces are in, so that does cost you per month. We could potentially bring that down if we decide to sell off a couple of cars or sell off some furniture that we don't need. But for now, we're holding that one in there. The motorhome, I think that's just maintenance costs that we had, road user charges.
Yeah, so we had road user charges, the solar as well, breaking down.
Oh yeah, so you probably remember when that failed on us. That was $700 that we didn't anticipate spending.
Yeah. So various little costs in the motorhome.
They're little out-of-pocket costs that we use, or that we have, just to maintain our YouTube channel, your subscriptions and other bits and pieces related to YouTube. Might be a little bit of...
Yep, ChatGPT, Claude. We use, quite a few different tools and things like that for our websites coming up and things like that. So obviously our costs fall down on that.
Where we slept, it's an interesting one, but the average NZMCA park charges you $5 per person per night, so that's really good. But we did have some blowout costs when we were running out of power in different places and we had to go to a campsite and, a proper, like a Big Four or whatnot. They were
Yes.
$50 a night. So that blows that cost out a little bit. Your insurances, obviously, you can't avoid those.
Yep.
Personal costs and subscriptions.
Yep.
We know what those are. Pet food and bits and pieces for the animals, that's very important. We can't skimp on that one.
Yep. Vet checkup.
Yeah, vet
Yep.
checkups.
Yep.
And then just experiences. I'd love to grow this one a bit more when we're in the North Island.
Absolutely.
And if we can take some of the costs off the food, move that into experiences, I'll be happy.
Yes. You just want to, you just want me to walk across a swing bridge or
Oh
something.
yeah, there's plenty of those.
Oh no.
And then our lotto cost. We thought we would just slot that one in because
Yes.
lotto was quite high before. It's now a lot smaller. I think maybe we're starting to realise lotto's not all it's cracked up to be.
But you never know, you still got to be in it to win it, hey guys?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And then just a couple of things at the bottom. We realised that eating out nearly halved
Yes.
from April because we were cooking more in the van. We realised this is actually quite cool. It's nice cooking in the van. I love cooking on gas, so we really cut down
Yep.
our costs. And NZMCA really is the hero here. At $10 a day, it is an absolute must. And then sometimes you can find a park on property or a freedom camp which doesn't cost anything.
Yeah, so when you obviously compare your accommodation to being in a rental, big difference, yes?
Exactly right. So eating out costs were 17% of that total the total spend,
Yep.
followed by groceries, fuel and storage at similar percentages. So again, you can have a quick read on the screen here. We've got more of a breakdown with car insurances, because we still need to pay for insurance on the cars and our storage, all of our bits and pieces.
Yeah, so with our storage, obviously Cameron had mentioned that we're storing all of our furniture, but we're also storing our 2 cars as well. So that's part of that cost as well.
And interestingly, we have included in here, because we want to be a bit more detailed, but we've got, we made some clothing purchases. We realised we needed a few more extra things for winter just to keep us warm. Our gas bottle spend, so we are going through gas bottles a lot more in winter with the heater.
Yes.
But at $2 a day, that's only almost 1% of that overall cost. That's actually quite cheap.
Yes.
When we were in Tekabo and talking to a few others, the cost of diesel for their diesel heaters, that some of them are
Yes.
using 5 to 6 litres of diesel a day.
Yes, and obviously with the fuel crisis, it really adds up, doesn't it?
Does. So I recommend if you can find a motorhome or a caravan that has has gas heating,
Yes.
it's a lot more cost effective.
Yep.
We had some parking costs, and at one point we had to pay for Wi-Fi at the
Yes.
campground because there was no phone reception.
That's right.
But now we're on Starlink and we're about to give that a go in the next video.
Wow.
Now, we all love some trends, but monthly there are some blowout expenses there. Some months were bigger, some months were smaller, but again, just another way of looking at the data. And on the trends, so the eating out did come down a little bit, as you can see, because we started to cook more. And Andre cracked the whip, and we were like, okay, let's find some more specials and start cooking a bit more.
Yeah, so eating out, it says that it nearly halved, so that's a good thing for us.
That's real good. From $46 down to $26 in June.
Yes.
I was pretty proud of myself.
Yeah, I think you did really good. You cut back on your coffees and little snacks here and
Yeah,
there.
look, halved.
Yep.
And that's cooking more, so groceries did
Go up.
go up.
Yes.
That's expected.
Yep.
Our fuel remained fairly steady. The solar cost was obviously a bit of a blowout as well.
Yeah.
And that's why some of this spend is still on an upwards trajectory. But when you compare that to living in a rental in Christchurch,
Big difference.
big difference.
Yep.
We all love the pie. So here's your pie graph showing you, again, the biggest spends
Yep.
right down to the little list of laundry, camp Wi-Fi, and so on.
Wow.
So that is really cool. But what if we were to put the data of living in a rental against the
Van
data
life.
of van life? so you guys can really get a good feel for it.
Let's have a look and see what the figures bring up. Now this is a real interesting comparison. Look at these figures, guys.
Just sit there and soak that one up. $9,000 in rental life versus $5,600 in van life. What does that go to say for making the big switch?
It goes to show that living full-time in your van or your motorhome is so much more cheaper than paying rent and doing whatever in your rental.
Yeah, and some people have said, I'm thinking, because they own their house, and they're like, maybe I should go and turn it into an Airbnb or rent it out. I say, yes, go and do that.
Absolutely.
Let someone else pay off your mortgage and jump into a van, go buy a big bus or a little slider or a motorhome and start traveling. Let someone else pay off your mortgage while you're making memories, because
Absolutely.
you could probably improve on these figures as well. Like, this is still living comfortably in a van, but $298 a day versus $186 a day, that's a pretty big difference.
It's a very big difference, guys.
So we're saving almost $40,560 a year.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Big difference, guys.
Absolutely big difference. And when we cut down that cost, so we've got our daily spend. So this is the rental cost. Everything in red is the rental. Everything in green is the van life. So you can do a bit of a comparison. So eating out, we were $77 a day in Christchurch.
Yep.
And then on the road in van life, we're down to $32 a day. That's a $45 difference.
Massive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Crazy, isn't it?
Rental, obviously we all know rental is quite pricey, but in van life, we're only paying $10 a day. It could be zero if you're choosing to go to freedom sites.
And I mean, we've got everything in our motorhome. Like, we've got our beds, we've got our kitchen, we've got a shower, we've got everything that we need.
And fuel obviously goes up because we are driving a lot more. So that did go from approximately $9 a day to $20 a day. Again, slight fluctuations with petrol, diesel costs.
Yes.
We hope to see that slowly coming down a bit, especially in the North Island. We're going to stay in locations for a little bit longer. Mm-hmm. And hopefully by then, we've got Trump getting his A into G and the straits are open and those petrol tankers are moving. So hopefully the costs come back down.
Yep. But isn't it crazy? Like, we spend $20 a day, but it actually moves our whole home.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's
And
crazy.
it moves it to a cool new location every few days.
Yeah, yeah, we get to get the benefits of both worlds, don't we?
Groceries remained relatively the same. So that was only $1 difference per day, $25 versus $24. Again, fluctuates because we realized going out and eating out a lot was expensive. So we moved that to buying groceries. So that's why it's kind of stayed around the same.
I think it's also a bit different as well because we've been to a lot of smaller towns, so we normally do our grocery shopping at Pack and Save, but in the smaller towns you've got Big Fresh, which is one of the most expensive supermarkets there. So
And Foursquare as well.
And Foursquare, so there's a big difference in pricing and stuff like that for smaller towns and supermarkets.
Just your basic sundries, your milk, your breads.
Yes.
It's in some places we saw it double the cost, especially in small country towns.
Yes.
And I feel for those country people that have to pay for those extreme prices.
Yes.
When you come into a big town, say Christchurch, and you go to Pack and Save, and there's so many more specials that you can target. We've got a lot more to choose from.
Yeah, you might be getting a $2 loaf of bread from Pack and Save versus like in the smaller, supermarkets, you're paying $7 to $8 for a loaf of bread.
Unbelievable. So here we are looking at the data in a completely different way, and you can see in the red, this was living in a rental versus the green living in a van. And for the most part, these have reduced by half, if not more.
Yep.
Then we've got some that are slightly more because, fuel, we are driving around a bit more, but our shopping has really halved, our rental accommodation costs, our entertainment costs. This might bump up again a bit more in the North Island because we want to do a few more touristy attractions.
Absolutely.
But, as you can see at the bottom, van life wins.
Absolutely.
From $58 a day down to 10. Eating out from 77 down to 32. And rental life really only won on fuel.
Yeah.
Because you're not going out and doing much. But then you're stuck in the same spot. You're putting up with the same grumpy neighbours or that barking dog on the other side of the fence. Or you don't get to move around with the seasons like we're going to be doing. So what do you prefer? I know what we prefer.
I prefer van life.
Timeline, again, just viewing it in a different way. It does show record spending and some one-off costs, but overall, van life from March to June, which was that big core time when we were on the road, has just slashed everything quite substantially. And there we have it at the very bottom. We are saving approximately $111 a day, which is equates to $40,000 a year. I still can't get over that figure.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? And I mean, like, the last, 3 to 6 months, we've made so many memories. We only just wish that we'd done it sooner, yeah?
We did. I think we had that light bulb moment.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, let's go and do it. We ran a few figures initially.
Yep.
And it just worked out that's the right thing to do. But also, I had finished up my job in February.
Yep.
Andre had already finished his job. So we were purely living off savings. So we're like, okay, how long could we make our savings go for so we could see as much of New Zealand as possible? And yeah, we are burning through savings. We don't have jobs yet, but you can see by the costs, that's what's allowing us to be on the road for a lot longer because we're not paying astronomical rental prices.
And we're not stressed. Like, we're enjoying life. Like, yeah, I honestly recommend that everybody go and do it. Like, at least give it a try.
Yep. So I just want you to focus on that $9,000 a month versus $5,000. So yeah, van life is a lot cheaper.
Yes.
By about $3,800 a month or $40,000 a year. It's a no-brainer. It's the biggest win for us, and we are creating lifelong memories, and we're building the life that we genuinely wanted.
Yes. So I guess I want to ask from you guys, what category surprised you the most? What was yours? I think mine was obviously the eating out.
Eating out definitely blew my mind, but I was actually quite surprised about the fuel and how similar that was, but eating out was just, wow.
And for me, I can't get over like how much money we're actually saving versus a rental versus van life. Like, that's crazy, big difference.
Gosh. And we would really like to invite anyone else that follows us. If you're van lifers, you're travelers, what are your biggest expenses? Put them down in the comments below. We would love to know. Or if you have any tips or tricks for us on how to save even more money to let our savings stretch out even further.
Yeah, let us know in the comments, guys. Love to hear what your thoughts are.
And if you're really liking our videos, please give us a subscribe. We're so close to our 5,000 subscribers. Almost there. And if you haven't subscribed, it's just that little red button down below. It's actually free to subscribe. If you've got a YouTube account, you can click on that subscribe button, and it is really helpful to us.
And also give us a good old thumbs up. Goes to show people that you liked our video.
So for our final goodbye, well, it's not a final goodbye, but to leave you with this, travel slow.
Spend less. And we'll see you next time for the next video.
Bye everyone.
Guys.